Your piece doesn't mess around. You call it an illegal deal. You say the ideal scenario is a trial that puts some Hollywood executives and filmmakers or financiers on display.
So what's your concern here? Is it that they're going to kill movie theaters? Is that it's going to make it harder for the talent and content creators to compete? Who suffers?
Well, ultimately, it will destroy Hollywood.
Netflix has just announced that they will move to buy Warner Brothers film and streaming assets for over $70 billion. According to Matt Stoller, who you just saw there in that CNBC interview, that deal would destroy Hollywood. But in order to complete the deal, Netflix might have to face off against the Trump administration. And we'll explain why in a moment, but Cenk, your 2 cents here.
Yeah, so Matt Stoller is a great and really smart progressive. Elizabeth Warren is also on his side and agrees with this. I think they're wrong. I hope that this deal goes through, and there's a reason for that. The reason is, who else might buy Warner Brothers? That would be much, much worse. In fact, they're working behind the scenes to kill this deal right now as we speak. I want to tell you about that in a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's what you need to know about the deal. Warner Brothers Discovery put itself up for sale in October of this year. The 3 main bidders were Netflix, Paramount, and Comcast NBC. Now that Netflix has been declared the winner for now, politicians on both the left and the right are warning against this merger. Democratic Senate candidate Graham Plattner wrote, "These blanks want to kill movies so they can get richer and richer. This merger needs to be stopped." Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren stated, "A Netflix Warner Brothers would create one massive media giant with control of close to half of the streaming market. It could force you into higher prices, fewer choices over what and how you watch, and may put American workers at risk." As for conservatives, 2 days before the deal was officially confirmed, Senator Mike Lee stated, "Learning about Netflix's ambition to buy its real competitive threat, WBD's streaming business, should send alarm to antitrust enforcers around the world. This potential transaction, if it were to materialize, would raise serious competition questions, perhaps more so than any transaction I've seen in about a decade." And the Trump administration has already made its feelings known. The Trump administration views the deal with heavy skepticism, a senior administration official told CNBC on Friday morning. And that's because, Cenk, I know we're short on time, so I want to bring you in here. It's because Larry Ellison, the Ellisons behind Paramount, who just acquired CBS, who installed Barry Weiss as editor-in-chief of CBS News, and have a clear objective of pushing things to the right in the media. They want this. They're going to work behind the scenes to try to kill this still. So, Cenk, what do you think people should be concerned about? How should progressives and the left and everybody be approaching this deal?
So a lot of those folks saying that this deal shouldn't go through, I'm fans of. I think they're good people, and I think they've been antitrust all along, and I think they're coming at it from an honest perspective. Mike Lee, the Republican, less so, probably working for, honestly, the interests of Israel. And the Republicans in the Trump White House might also kill the deal because of that. So if you're wondering why, so the Ellisons that are thinking of, that are trying very, very, very hard to buy Warner Brothers instead, have said kind of publicly that they support Israel, and they think that the news operations they buy should support Israel. So and so. They already bought CBS, and they put Barry Weiss, probably the most pro-Israel person in media, in charge of CBS News. And Discovery also owns CNN. Now they're breaking the two apart. They're doing 2 different parts of the company, and Netflix would be buying the part without CNN. But Paramount, that's the Ellisons now, would like to buy the whole operation, including CNN. And so apparently they didn't offer a good enough price. But so now they're trying to use their political influence. So they're going to the Trump White House and saying, "Remember, we own you, so kill this merger and approve our merger." By the way, think about how anti-free market and anti-capitalist that is, if you're on the right or really anywhere in the political spectrum. So the company should take a worse offer because the guys giving a worse price are connected to Israel, and they want to use that to influence Trump to have the company forced to take a lower price instead. So So that's why this story is really interesting, because there's good guys and bad guys who agree here that this deal shouldn't happen. But I think the good guys are missing the larger picture. And I'm all for antitrust, but there's a million monopolies you could break up. And most importantly, the pharmacy benefit managers, the health insurance companies, the drug companies, et cetera, all the people that are ripping us off every single day to the tune of billions of dollars. And you're gonna go help Paramount buy this instead? Because I got news for all those guys, Elizabeth Warren, et cetera. If you block this deal, I guarantee you Paramount buys them. I guarantee it. And then it's gonna be much worse. And it doesn't help you with your antitrust anyway. So that's just another giant media company, but owned by Zionists who demand biased coverage and destroy their news organizations.
Yeah, at first you have like natural skepticism about any merger and concern about any merger. And then when I looked into the details and saw that Paramount wanted it and they're gonna probably lobby the administration to reject this deal or stop it from happening, that gets me concerned, because I know that this Trump administration and the regulatory agencies and the administration would greenlight a Paramount acquisition of Warner. And then they, like you said, they want CNN too. So we just talked about that story with Jeremy Diamond earlier in the hour. Kiss those stories goodbye. The few good foreign policy stories they do, gone. There's no way it would look anything like it is now, and it's already bad. It would get even worse. But the Trump administration would probably rather have the Ellisons in charge of CNN as well, rather than Netflix just taking the entertainment side of Warner.
Yeah, so David Ellison is running Skydance that bought Paramount and wants to buy Warner Brothers that includes CNN, right? So his father's Larry Ellison, who's financing all of this. Larry Ellison's the founder of Oracle.
You know what TYT's always been about? Taking on the corrupt, greedy establishment. For us, it's the corporate media. We've been fighting that fight for over 20 years. For the cell phone industry, it's the same story. A handful of massive corporations ripping you off. That's why we're partnering with Noble Mobile. They're the only wireless company with the same mission as ours, to fight back. Their No Bull plan offers unlimited data for just $50 a month. But here's the best part. For any data you don't use, you get cash back. Real money you can spend however you want. Stop letting your unused data pad the pockets of billionaires. With Noble, you take control over your data. And by switching to Noble, you're directly supporting TYT in our mission of bringing you honest, independent news. So give Noble a try and make the switch today. Scan the QR code on the screen now, or visit go.tyt.com/plan. That's go.tyt.com/plan.
He's also the guy that has been revealed to be the #1 donor to the IDF. He's gave $60 million in charity in the middle of a genocide, so the IDF could murder more Palestinians. And Larry Ellison's also the guy who legally bribed Marco Rubio $5 million after having a meeting with him and making sure that he was going to be pro-Israel for the rest of his career. And then he emailed the Israeli ambassador and said, "Don't worry, I paid Marco Rubio $5 million. He's now pro-Israel." So that's who these guys are. And if progressives are helping them accidentally buy the company instead, I think they're going in the wrong direction. And unfortunately, they're already on the record, and Trump could just go, "Oh, it's bipartisan. It definitely shouldn't be Netflix. So I'm gonna give it to Paramount instead." And I'm sure he'll get more bribes from the Ellisons, et cetera, because of that. Legalized bribes and campaign contributions, and by the way, maybe not legalized ones, through his meme coin and other trash that he holds. So this is a disaster. But look, at the end of the day, the only silver lining here is, what difference does it make? All these traditional news outlets are 98% trash, and no one believes them anymore anyway. All they ever do is support the wealthy and the powerful. So the quicker that they fall, probably the better off the country will be.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.